Greetings everyone and welcome back to the Lost Moon Unification and to Stellaris and to war. Okay, well, we have positioned our ships and in fact our troops ready to take Gatana, and that's going to be the very first thing we do in this war. So let's get Bitestorm over there, and in a moment we'll send our troops to follow. Let's see how things are going. We may need to move you guys around rather sharpish. What is in here? What is it? Ruined Science Nexus. I mean, is it possible for me to have two if I capture that? That would actually be kind of amazing. Right, now that you're there, we should be able to send through our troops as well. There we go. Orbital Nexus should be wiped out pretty quickly. There we are, and our troops can move in as well. Go ahead and enter orbit there, please, and thank you. Right, yeah. Oh, well. Sentry array construction. The light of suns blinds and the darkness of the void hides. Only when we learned to travel faster than light did we learn just how little the light reveals. Today we begin to end this Amasaurus of ours. The sentry array we prepared to build in the Paradox system will one day become a stalwart panopticon, our eye on every star. That is actually really cool because the panopticon is an interesting concept. I welcome everyone to actually look it up yourself, but the history of the panopticon is actually pretty interesting. Right, so we now have that going up. Let's head over to Morovia and have a quick check. Now, we need only 20,000 for that. Wow, okay, that's not as much as I was expecting. I would like more shield hit points for now. As for you, you can come up here, Milado, and help me out. Oh, apparently cannot. Not unification space. Has no FTL. What? But you are... Oh, there we are. There we go. I must have had the wrong thing selected. My bad. Let's get all of this moving along. Make sure that everything is being built all the time. And you can go over there and help here as well. There we go. Wow, we are actually doing quite a lot of things under our control now. And we'll just double up on things just to help out a little bit with it. Right, we have got a ship down there, which we may want to deal with. This will probably melt reasonably fast. You've got a small amount of units there to try and deal with it. We're just going to go ahead and land our armies. We're not going to even wait. That should be fairly straightforward. There we go. That'll be ours in a moment. And while that's happening, I would like Bitestorm to start moving out. We could chase you down. Realistically, is there any point? I don't think so. I don't think so. Right, do we see any enemy fleets? Let's have a good look around. There are none, and I'm happy to move in here and start attacking. I feel that you're going to have a fairly good job of helping me out here. Realistically, should I have asked for them to destroy that? No. In hindsight, I could have just destroyed it myself. What a derp. Oh well, I imagine that by the time this episode goes up, people will have commented that several times on the previous episode. I'm recording them in batch, so I won't have had the benefit of your wisdom. However, don't worry, I did realize it eventually. Eventually, it happened.
All objectives.
Fantastic. Right. Let's get a couple of these out of this area then. We are going to want... I'll leave a couple of mega war forms there. That should be good enough. There we are. And they can head to the stars, and our transports can make their way down. Let's have you stage in this system here. Classic Leviathans there. Wow, the Guardians, they are slowly getting pushed in, which is kind of interesting. Right, how's everything else going around here? It should be fine. Our science ship, however, has finished scanning the system. I think it's time for you to return to Lithos. So let's get you heading over there right now to help with the research. How is the habitat going? It's actually coming along quite nicely, I would say. Everything is coming along reasonably well at this stage. I'm actually fairly happy with it. Right, let's close down the civilian ships tab at this point then. Right, I would like a couple more battleships. More Fomorians, I think. Let's just stack up the Fomorian class battleships there. Right, and Bitestorm is on its way to its first destination. I don't see many in the way of enemy fleets, which is always good to see. Let's get you on the way over here as well, please. And I would like you to immediately enter orbit around here. I'm just going to allow the fleet to wipe out everything in the system before we move on. I could start splitting the fleet up a little bit, but I want to clash with their main fleet first. Once their main fleet has shown itself and then been defeated, I'll start splitting up my main fleet because we won't need that kind of firepower present any longer. For the time being, though, we'll just clear out each of these locations. Go ahead and land your armies as soon as you get there. And this should be fairly easy for us. There we go.
Planetary pacification protocols.
Actually, quite well timed, I think.
All objectives.
There we go. Let's get all of you guys back in the skies. There we are. Perfect. Right. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm not going to leave my transport fleet just sat there. That would be kind of silly. So we'll move you down and Bitestorm can move on to the next objective. And we will start pacifying them as we go. We're already at 10% of the war score that we need, which is actually kind of impressive, if I'm perfectly honest. There we go. That is being wiped out, it seems. Excellent. Right, transport army can move through. And probably by the time you get here, the fortifications will all be gone. But we'll wait on it. This has actually got quite a lot of fortifications at this world, I suppose. So might be better to wait on it. Look at the size of our fleet, though.
Construction
It's
complete.
gigantic and wonderful. It is mostly made of death. There we go. And you should be able to land. Let's have a double... Well, actually, no. This one did have a lot of fortifications, to be fair. But go ahead and land your armies now. You should be able to claim this one without too much
Planetary pacification protocols.
Fantastic.
Ground invasion
with
units
that,
have achieved
we
all
have gotten
objectives.
this area for ourselves. The Canopus habitat is now complete and ready for colonization. Excellent. Absolutely excellent. We will have Bitestorm move on to the next location and quickly launch all of our troops back into orbit. Make sure that we're leaving the war forms there because they will be the more difficult for our... Oh, drat, we only left 2 war forms. Oh well. We'll leave 2 war forms and a dappling then. But generally speaking, they're going to be the more difficult for our enemies to deal with. Once we've got the center array, if we can start seeing the enemy fleet movements, that would be fantastic because I could then much more confidently split my fleet. Right, let's go ahead and jump down to Canopus. There we are. And let's get you colonized. Once again, we're going to send dapplings over here. Or are we? Actually, well, maybe we're not. Let's just have a quick look. You're natural engineers, natural physicists. We are natural more or less everything. Not entirely certain on this one, which would be better. Do we have any others? I was fairly certain we did. That there was one other species that was natural in several different disciplines, but perhaps I was wrong. Perhaps I was indeed wrong. Oh well, maybe we can make one. Oh no, actually, it would be you, the Quivarian 2.0. You're slightly better at things. Okay, well, I would like you to colonize this world then. Just pop that one down there. And this shall be named Scarrow. There we go. Wonderful. Let's get that all sorted then. Right, as for my fleets, they should already have their orders. Yes, they do. Fantastic. Let's just get people moved around. And there we go. That is the fleet that I wanted to find. Get over there and wipe them out. They are a much smaller fleet than I was expecting. I'll be honest with you. I was expecting their fleet to be significantly more powerful. But that's fine by me. Let's get in there and take them out if we can. No, they are scattering. They do not want any of it. Wise, frankly. But hopefully our main fleet is now going to be able to just chase them down. I could split off a sizable fleet, actually. I could split off like 50k easily and have that move around. If that's the size of their fleet, then it would be easy enough for us to deal with. You're going to get pulled into a fight. But that may have actually saved us them escaping, because they got pulled into conflict and thus couldn't escape. Ah, no, they did. Just toward the end. How annoying is that? Alright, where are you headed off to? I just don't know. Let's scout around a little bit until we find them. Unfortunately, they're using hyperlanes, and I can't see the hyperlanes that they're using. So we're going to have to just hop around and hope that we can catch them in our senses. There we go. Get them, please. Or maybe we should let them... Well, they'll probably be attacking this by the time that we enter. And as long as we enter there, we're going to be in a fight. There we go. Like, let's slow this down. Get right in nice and close. There we go. Right down. And let's watch this pan out properly, shall we? There we go. Glorious. We've got quite a few Fomorians now. You can see them all charging their arc emitters. Now, how many of their missiles are actually going to reach us? It doesn't look like many of them are getting through. Some on this side, because most of our destroyers are around the middle. But the ones that are heading toward the middle cluster are being shot down, generally speaking. Which is exactly what we needed to see. So many of their battleships already gone, which is fantastic. Our battleships, of course, are prioritizing their weapons on the larger ships, as well as our bombers. But I don't believe our bombers are really in there yet, actually. Oh, there's just a mess of firepower. It's quite beautiful to behold. Oh, those arc emitters as well. Absolutely glorious. Let's go and have a look from our side. Let's watch the destruction play out. We can't quite actually see, unfortunately. We need it a little bit higher up. But honestly, there's so much wreckage over there, it's hard to see regardless. Have we got many small ships left? Yeah, we've got a couple just zooming around. That's actually pretty cool. We can see from the red... well, they're not really contrails, but... still, we can see from the red exhaust, I suppose, that there are fleets there. That was quite beautiful, I must confess. Quite beautiful. And with that done, we can now start freeing up our fleet. And we killed a lot. We killed all of them, in fact. Wow. We lost 14 destroyers, and in turn killed 20 battleships, 31 corvettes, 24 destroyers, and 23 cruisers. Let's have a look. What did they do damage with? They did most of their damage with kinetic. They did shoot down a couple of things, but generally not amazing. Evasion, they were better at evading, and a little bit less successful with their hit ratio. But it's not too surprising, really, given the amazing level that Bloodstained Raven has there. Fire rate of plus 30% just from level alone. That is absolutely beautiful. Absolutely wonderful and beautiful. Okay, well, the first thing we're going to do is get down there and start attacking. But we are going to need to, while that's happening, to prepare for a new fleet. Now that we have their fleet wiped out, or at least part of their larger fleet wiped out, we need to set up ours in a different way. Right, I would like the transport fleet to come over here and just enter orbit for the time being. And whilst all of that's going down, let's go ahead... we're at 18% now. Let's go ahead and have a look at leaders. We are going to want...
Planetary settlement procedure initiated.
Now, what kind of admirals do we have? Monthly hull regeneration? Oh, that would actually be quite nice. Evasion, sublight speed, combat speed. That's a difficult one, actually. That's a difficult one. The hull repair is really nice, because that means whatever ships we have left are going to survive. They'll just repair themselves. So that is actually amazing. So let's get you set up. We would like... Alistapis. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. There we go. Right. We have got all these things ready. Go ahead and land your armies. And then we will deal with them
Planetary
fairly
pacification
swiftly. I'm going to
protocols
just That was a large army, to be fair, though.
Technological acquisition
Quite a large
successful.
army. Right, what have we just done? Kinetic weapon attack speed. Nice. We can go for more armor. Might be worth it. Explosive weapon attack speed. No, more armor, I think, would be ideal there. I think we'll focus on that. That's fantastic. Your level is amazing. Right, okay, so with that done, this world is now ours, and we are up to 23% of the required war score. Let's get our general up there. There we go. And I think we've got enough war forms here to leave 3, as long as I don't misclick again. There we are. And that is good. Perfect. Right, there we go. It is now time... Oh dear. Fleet order cancelled. It's unable to build a research station in Fangor. Oh. Let's go and have a look at that. Oh, no. Our trooper tree probably just grabbed something, didn't they? No, they didn't. Curious. Oh, it's because we were already done that ourselves. Never mind. Crisis averted. Right, I would like you to just go and orbit somewhere then, for the time being. Same with you, wherever you might be. And same... Is anyone heading down there? I imagine you are, yes. Okay. In that case, you can also head back and just dock somewhere and just chill out for now. Okay, we're not doing too badly here. Not doing too badly at all. You got some more mega warforms. I would like a lot of dappling assault armies. They train significantly faster, as you can see. So let's get a decent amount of armies there. Because we're going to start wanting to split up our main invasion force. Though General Robo Battalion is doing pretty good with the leveling up, I've got to be honest. It's almost tempting to keep the army as one large solid blob. Right, so what have we got here? Not a very strong fleet at all, and we can rely on our allies to help out here. They've got a sizable fleet of their own which can help with the defenses. So I think at this point, where are you off to? You're just moving off from the planet? Yes, it looks like you are. Good. Right, time for us to split. Take point currently set to discouraged. Discourage ally fleets from following. This fleet can take point and allied fleets will attempt to follow it. Maybe once that we've split it. But first, I would like a few of you click to split this fleet, moving half of the ships to a new fleet. Well, it's not strictly what I want to do, but okay, I suppose we can. Bloodstain Raven there. I mean, it's not a terrible idea, I guess. I would like to have Alice Taps there, and I would like to split this one again. There we go. Now, there we are. Let's merge these two into a single fleet. There we are. That's fine. 28k should be enough to crack planets. We can then move... Well, that being said, I don't strictly want to split them up any more than this, but... No, I'm going to take my main fleet. And this one is going to take point and start moving in. There we are. I wish I'd known about that earlier. Alas. Right. The first security echelon. No. You shall become... Let's have a look. You'll become Talonor fleet. There we are. Perfect. Right, so the Talonor fleet. Let's get you over here, and you can start cracking worlds.
Technological
We'll have transport fleet.
Successful.
Our main transport fleet following you through. And our army health has increased, which is always good to see. Let's go ahead and... sure, we'll just increase leader lifespan, I think. That should be fine. Alright, we've got a small fleet there as well. They're on the move, actually, which is fine for now. Shield research is complete. Excellent. We could increase that even further, or we could go for more credits. I think credits, since we are continually expanding our fleet. And at this point, our fleet can move in. You should be able to easily handle this. Right, I would like you to be aggressive, though. Please wipe out anything. There we are. Perfect. And that will have cleared up a couple of things. You've already gained level 2. Glorious. How's Bitestorm doing? Bite Storm is moving in to bombard this space. Perfect. Absolutely wonderful. We have got a small fleet there trying to be scallywags. That's fine. Right, moving to orbit. I will need to start splitting this fleet. We've got way more here than we realistically need. And so we can start conquering planets a lot faster that way. In fact, let's go ahead and do that now. Split the fleet. Now, we've got this one. Who are we going to send out here? Let's send Slaughterbot, shall we? I think so. And Robo Battalion. No, actually, Slaughterbot, you're going to ghost the main fleet. There we are. That'll be a little bit faster. And as soon as we have removed the remaining defenses here, in fact, I think we're good enough. Go ahead and land. We should be able to clear out this planet reasonably fast. We've got a couple of war forms here. That's easily going to be able to deal with any resistance here. At this point, though, we're going to have to start leaving less units behind. One war form, one dappling should be sufficient, I would say. Oh, well, 2 war forms then, I guess. Damn it. Right, I would like you to head on back and deal with that fleet, if you would be so kind. And this fleet should just jump into... Oh, wrong one. This fleet should just jump into space. Oh, damn it. Wrong one. There we are. I need to name them properly. Oh, just look at who's commanding them, I suppose, would be another useful way of doing it. We are going to want to claim this planet as well. I think we've got all of this. Good. Let's make sure we've got you. Good. Right, go ahead and land armies there. This is going to be significantly faster now. And we are likely to see a bit of a scrap occurring in here. They're not as keen to flee because our fleet is significantly smaller. There we are.
Planetary pacification protocols initiated.
Okay, level 3 already. Marvelous. Right, let's get you out of there then. And we'll head on down and start taking out this one. Okay, this is a much faster way of dealing with this. How are the fights going on over here? We've got some small fleets around, nothing too much. It's just a transport fleet though. Oh, actually, no. You've got a little bit there, that's fine. How is everything else going around here? Everything's going good. We're up to 28% so far. Let's actually see if we've been losing many battles. A couple. Not too many though. And with more and more following us around, that'll actually be much better. But we're going to have to occupy quite a lot of planets, I imagine, for us to be able to force their hand here. Right, that one wasn't too bad. Not too bad at all. Let's release the armies. Let's get you back in the sky. And again, I want one war form here. This army is actually mostly war forms, which is terrifying for people. There we go. That'll be good enough, I think.
Planetary surface settlement established.
And we've got unemployment. Well, that's fine. Right, this place is pretty much just going to be science. That is all I want. Just science. Lots of science. All of the science, in fact. Go ahead. We're not going to build any kind of energy production. This place is here just to accelerate our acquisition of the kind of repeatable endgame tags. Much like the Science Nexus, honestly. There we are. Actually, was there one that I wanted? Just to double check. No, there really isn't. So, there we are. Just keep up with that then. Right. With that done, General Slaughterbot is leveled up. Excellent. Again, some more levels on our fleets. How are things going down here? You are in system. That's actually quite a potent station there, to be perfectly honest. That one, not as easy to take out. You're slowing down our fleets, but we are going to win this one without much in the way of casualties, I imagine. And there we go. Pop. And we'll send our transport fleet in now as well. There we are. We'll get you to just go straight away and orbit this planet. While that's happening, let's head over here. I think it's time for us to split this fleet up again. Do we have it? Yes, we've got enough to get another leader, so sure, okay. Another admiral. It is time. We're going full war mode now. We could have fire rate increase, combat speed. I mean, they're nice. Very nice, actually. But having Unity Jacks will mean that they're going to survive for a lot longer. That being said, I mean, we are constantly increasing the amount of years that our leaders can survive for, so sure, we're going to have a Dappling leading this fleet. That's fine. Let's get you named up. Latox. There we go. And once again, Bitestorm is going to split. There we go. We will actually keep this one as half and half, though. Well, actually, that being said, let's get Latox in there and split again. Right, you, third security echelon. I would like you to merge, just in case we hit something a little bit tougher than we're bargaining for. Right, the second security echelon shall be renamed as well to the Biku. There we are. So Bitestorm, Biku, and Talonor fleet. Right, okay. Well, Biku, let's head you right down there. Bitestorm can move on to Torom. There we are. Though we are going to need to split our invasion fleet even further as a result of this. Right, let's have a quick look. Here we go. You aren't quite in position yet. Let's have a look at what's going on here. That should be fine. We'll easily wipe out everything that's in there. Uh-oh. 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 That is not good. Have you been engaged? Actually, that is not a problem. In actual fact, I'm fairly certain that you're going to win. That being said, they are doing more damage. Despite recent skill improvements, owing to accumulated experience, Admiral Tox seems to appear... Oh no! Really? Admiral Tox, why? Why would you do this to me? Why?
Alert. Fleet unit offline.
That is a shame, but we did almost win. But that is actually quite awful. This is what you get for trusting our organic. No, we're not going to accept that. Begone, Dappling. Gave you had one job, literally just one, and you sucked at it. All right, Helperbot G3. Never send an organic to do the work of a machine. I'm so sorry, Latox. You were here for such a short amount of time. You know what? No, it makes no sense. I'm sorry, the Unity would not name one of its own after a Dappling that so drastically underperformed. It shall be HAL 9000. There we go, HAL. We need you to take over the fleet. Oh my lord. There we go. Actually, yeah, there we are. Perfect. Right then, I feel bad. I do feel bad, but at the same time, right? Are you set for aggressive? You are now. There we go. Can you attack things for me? That would be grand. Right, let's have a quick look in here. Could you please land your armies there? And where be you? We need you not to be anywhere near the edge of the system. Sure, go ahead. Jump in. We've got 2 planets here that we're going to be able to take, so that's going to be pretty cool for us. Alright, where is Bitestorm right now? Bitestorm is wiping things out. Good.
Planetary pacification
currently
protocols
just
initiated.
holding this position for now. I suppose that's alright. We've got a sizable fleet over there, actually. Okay. That's actually a pretty potent fleet for what we've got. It's going to be an interesting battle, if nothing else. Let's get more Fomorian class battleships there, and also some gunner sides, I think. Morovia, I want a lot of cruisers. Or at least a few. A few cruisers will do. We may need to draw our forces back then. In that case, could you please go over there and destroy them while they're harassing us? What kind of size of fleet have we got here? We've got a couple of allies nearby, so it's not a total wash, but it's not great either. Right, let's get our armies back in space. We will leave just 2. There we go. Oh, you two really do need to merge first. Let's get you merged together. There we are, perfect. Right, I would like you over here would do. And let's have a look at this planet. It's going to take a little while. It's going to take a while before we can bombard that open properly. I've got a couple of fleets around the place. There we are. Oh, 3,000 now against our 20. Yeah, it's going to be a very easy fight for us. Are they going to try and bail?
Complete.
No, they're too invested in the attack, which is fine. And they are gone. There we go. Excellent. Admiral Alice Teps has gained another level. Perfect. And with that, we're going to move out and actually join up. I think we should actually go for it. We'll hold in this area for now. Have we got our fleet ready? Yes, we have. Go ahead, move in. And land your armies straight away if you would be so kind. And then we will, in a moment, jump through. They've got actually a sizable fleet there now. That fleet is growing very, very quickly. In fact, it's growing so fast. I'm going to say we actually need to bring all of our fleets together. That was a short-lived run, but it wasn't too bad, I suppose. We'll come back here in time. But for the moment, I would like my armies to enter orbit over this planet. Because this is going to be a big battle, it seems. Very big battle. Sparta has quite a few units there. Ready to move on. Let's get everything together. There we are. Bring them all down. There we go. Everything together. There we are. We should be able to win this fight, I'm fairly certain, but I think it makes a lot more sense for us to have everyone together with Blood Raven just for the massive improvement to their... Oh, they're moving off, okay. Massive improvement to their fire rate. So get you all to merge. And merge. There we go. That's right, merge into Bloodstained Raven, please. Oh, no. White Storm has got new leadership. No, it doesn't. There we are, Bloodstained Raven. There we go. I would like you... Oh, you're moving off. Well, that's a bit of an unfortunate circumstance. Alright, let's get everyone back in space. That's fine. We'll just leave... Well... Drop everyone again. So I want the right units here. Will you please land? No? They refuse to land. Okay, I'll leave 3 Dapplings there to make up for it. Okay, time for us to jump in. This will be a very big battle. A very, very big battle. Now that you've claimed that area, just move away from it, just so that we don't get accidentally jumped. This is going to be a bit of a mess, honestly. As soon as they jump in. And did we just get another insult? Really? Hello, little botlings. Have you learned how to count yet, or are you still stuck on 1s and 0s? That isn't even a good insult. Right. There we go. Now, this is going to be a really big brawl. Let's get right in there and tilt the view a little bit. Look at all of the ships involved in this. Now, try and keep watch of how many actually explode. Oh man, all of our fleets having to turn around. That's a bit of a pain. Though all of the Fomorians are charging their lasers. Fantastic. Let's get all of that happening, please. Now, destroyers, it's up to you to keep these missiles from getting too close. Please do your job well. If you can at all. Are you even there? I don't... It doesn't appear that they are. That is unfortunate. Okay, our allies have jumped in. Good times. But we are being nerfed a little bit by a station. There's a lot of things stacked against us here. Yeah, we're losing ships at a rapid rate. I'm not seeing many of theirs going down. Well, actually, that being said, yes, we are. We're watching a lot of them just sinking out of the sky because they just kind of collapse and then explode. It's almost like they're sinking through space, which doesn't make any sense when you think about it, but it's what it looks like at the very least. This is glorious. This is a big fight. This is probably one of the bigger ones that we've seen. Though, possibly one of the least numerous, I would say. Because my fleet is mostly battleships at this point. Or at least that forms the core of my fighting power. But look at their battleships. They're just melting before the amount of firepower that we're bringing into this. I would not be surprised if we don't lose that many ships here. Well, I suspect that our smaller ships, yeah, they're gone. And maybe a good chunk of our cruisers too, if I'm perfectly honest. But I strongly suspect that we're not going to lose many of our battleships. We've lost like 2 or 3 that I can see so far. But look at all of the battleships that they have lost. This is almost tragic, really, when you think about it. All of that information, all of those experiences, just lost. War costs the universe. It'll be grand once we have united all of the species, and war can be a thing of the past. An organic invention, you understand? Synthetics didn't invent war. We just perfected it. There's a lot of fighting in here, actually. Must have a lot of their ships just ducking around. Now, the nice thing about the Fomorian-class battleships is they can hit anything. They have 100 tracking and 100 accuracy. And they ignore shields and they ignore armor. It's just random how much damage they do, which is the problem. But if they hit middle to high damage, they'll melt a lot of ships. Just straight up, that ship will die. Certainly any corvettes will instantly pop. Some destroyers might as well. And as a result, they're probably the only battleship that's actually good at hitting small things. Because of that weapon's ridiculous ability to hit whatever it's aiming at. But I should imagine that we're going to win. Because whatever's left here, if they're corvettes or destroyers, they're not really going to be able to put enough hurt on our battleships to make a difference. And it looks like all of the ships are gone. Or the vast majority of them. We're seeing a couple just melting there, but not too many. Maybe a couple of strike craft, actually. There we go. And everything else is popped. That is it. The battle is over. All the wreckage just collapsing. Right, that was quite amazing. Let's zoom out a little bit and actually see what's going on. That was an amazing fight, and we've been at our maximum there for a little while. We're down to 74% of our hit points. We lost a good chunk of our fleet. Let's not pretend we didn't. We lost a good chunk of our fleet. The organics put up quite a fight there. Let's see what this all came down to. So the second echelon battleship wiped out a cruiser, a corvette, a cruiser, a destroyer. That's just hilarious. It just came in and mopped up the leftovers. That's good. But, right, let's have a look. They lost 1 spaceport. They lost the Forgulag Stellar Cluster. Lost 31 cruisers, 32 destroyers, 35 corvettes, 34 battleships. The Envia Mycelium carriers lost 15 cruisers, 28 destroyers, 2 corvettes, 28 battleships. Defensive station, a mining station, probably a couple of other things, and another research station. We lost 21 of our 62 battleships. That's a lot more than I was expecting. 33 of our destroyers, 33 of our cruisers, and 14 of our corvettes. We did lose a surprisingly large amount. But we destroyed a fleet several times bigger than ours. Several times bigger than ours. I am pretty pleased with the overall result of that. But I'm actually going to switch out another admiral in here. Alice Taps, I'd like you to take the helm here so that you can get even my smaller ships. Well, actually, never mind. That's not necessary. Thinking about it, because the only ships left all regenerate, so that's fine for now. But that was a pretty enormous fight, and I am extremely pleased that we were able to win it. Enter orbit. That has probably guaranteed our victory in this war. There's nothing left. We've wiped out the chief fleets of both of our enemies in this particular battle. I'm fairly certain this is the one. Is that right? Is this the Dina? No, this is Intham. What happened there then? Intham, where are you? There we are. Oh, we lost. What? No, we won. We lost and we won and we won and we lost. I have no idea. Okay, but whatever. We've got a couple of people over there. You know what? We should probably send Bitestorm over there just to destroy it. But we'll claim this one first and then we'll deal with them. And then following that, we're going to continue to split the fleet and hit a couple more of these planets. We've claimed so many, but how are our allies doing up here? Are they actually facing any kind of opposition? Doesn't look like. It looks like they're reasonably okay. You will be added to our tributaries fairly soon, I promise. Let's have a quick look and speed up the game as well. And it's going to take us a little while to smash this down, but it shouldn't be too bad. We are going to need so many more ships now, my lord. Primarily, we're going to need new destroyers. We need more Krakens. A lot more Krakens. All of the Krakens. There we are. And additionally, we also want to trade a lot of our money away. Or rather, our energy. I'd like to trade that away, please. And bring that down to something a little bit more sensible. There we go. And then with that, more cruisers. Bone Dragons and Oblitus. There we go. And of course, Avakis. Let's grab some Donagers. There we are. So all of the minerals gone again. So easy to make myself broke. But we will take this planet in the name of the Unity.
Planetary pacification protocols initiated.
Going to be fairly easy battle, I imagine. There we are. Let's get everyone back into the sky. And then just leave a token force here to dissuade anyone else from trying to take it. Right. I would like you back in... well, not there, I suppose. And we'll quickly wipe out this little fleet here. Shouldn't be too hard to do. And with that, we're going to be ending the episode, I'm afraid. Right, so let's hopefully we can just get in there and just crush them completely. You've got some nice ships there, to be fair. It is a shame to have to destroy them repeatedly. We're at a point now where we could white peace if we wanted to. They're like, nope. Which is fair, I suppose. We'll increase kinetic weapon damage, I think, here. Will you please stop running away? Can I get you to draw them in? No, let's not. Oh, actually, no, you're jumping in anyway. Okay. Oh, fair enough. That's probably pulled them in enough of the fight so that we can just wipe them out. Can we do it before they die? No, unfortunate. But no, those ships sacrificed themselves to ensure that we won the fight. Or rather, that they didn't get away. Wait, it's not us. Wait, what? Why is... oh! I was like, no! Have you stolen my ships? Also, why is the firepower? Surely our, like, research isn't doing that much to increase their power? But no, that's fine. Right, let's get Bitestorm back over here then. Oh, drat. They were meant to merge, but they're probably not going to now. Oh well. But that's going to be it for me. I do hope you've enjoyed this episode. Some pretty thrilling battles, if I do say so myself. But with the next, we are likely going to see the end of this war and the massive neutering of the Zarkon League in favor of our allies gaining strength. Happy, interesting times ahead. But that's going to be it from me. So until next time, and as always, do take care, everyone.